Hey, how's it going everybody? Tomppabeats here, and today I'm bringing you another base build. Into the airlock, notice how I'm using armored doors. If you guys can't afford armored doors, that's okay, just use sheet metal doors. And this airlock right here is going to be where our fireman chute is. Basically, you can get to the bottom of the base pretty quickly using this. Behind this double layer right here is going to be our first floor tool cupboard. This is one of two cupboards inside this base. You probably didn't notice the doorway right behind the cupboard. Basically, if somebody's online raiding you and they gain access to your first floor cupboard, you can counter them by spawning in the bag, grabbing a hatchet, and hatcheting down the cupboard. This will transfer all cupboard access to the exterior cupboards, which is super effective in suppressing an online raid scenario just in case one happens. Behind this door right here is an extra room. Basically, you can do whatever you want with it. I decided to make a refrigerator room out of it, but personally, I think it'd be more effective to use it as a dump chest location. Here's our third floor, which is our shooting ports. Notice how it's super open and it's not so cramped like many other bases. Here's our fireman chute. All you gotta do to not take damage is to hug the corner and hold space. Let's close that right there. And behind these set of doors is our locker room and our cupboard room. I just opened up the doors so you guys can see a little more. So basically what the third floor cupboard does is it prevents people from building up to our third floor even if they have access to the first floor cupboard. Locker's pretty self-explanatory. Basically you can spawn in your bag and enter your locker and gear up pretty quickly with the click of a button. This base features basic window ports which you can stand on top of this box, shoot downwards or at people from a distance. Sandbag heli ports which are used to take down heli or for people who are on a rock/structure. A little water barrel doorway system which you guys can shoot downwards using the water barrel and you'll get some excellent head protection. And finally a balcony in which you guys can just sit out here and chill or you can just shoot naked for fun. Like my other bases, same thing on the other side, except for in this room right here, we got ourselves a water barrel and a campfire. Basically, this will be our healing room in which we can eat and heal up using water. Up the ladder hatch, and now we are on our fourth floor. Basically, our fourth floor is going to be our loot room / utility room, and in these two chests right above us is like a little armory. Basically, you can store some weapons and armor. So in this room right here is going to be one of our main rooms. So there are two of these rooms, each has 4 furnaces, a bed, and 2 hemp plant locations. If you're planning on having more people, then of course you can include more beds. Behind this door is going to be one of the 3 loot rooms. Basically in each one of these pods we got ourselves 5 chests, a campfire, and a lantern. The chest is right above here. I chose it would be best to store some food and animal products right there because once again the campfire is right there. Right below that is where you're going to store all your wood, to the right of that is your stone, and to the bottom left is your sulfur and explosives, and to the right is your metals. Same thing on the opposite side, 5 chests here, 5 chests here. And here's our hemp spot location with the deformed lamp. Okay then, back into this central location, we got 2 doorways that we haven't discovered yet. So in the one to the left, we got ourselves a little online raid defense. So just in case somebody does online raid, most raids are offline raid in fact, but sometimes they can be online. Pretty much you can spawn in your bag, grab the pump shotgun, and clear anybody who's in your loot room, which can be super effective, especially if they don't see it coming. Through the second door, you wouldn't have guessed, we got ourselves our fireman chute. This is just an easy way for us to get back down to the first floor. Up to our 5th floor is going to be our roof. Nice and open roof, you don't have to be too cramped. If you want to swap out some of these sandbag heliports you can, but I like the sandbag heliports because easy way to take down heli or for people who are on a rock. You can also jump on top of the sandbag to get a good angle for people who are down below, which can be very effective. Same thing on the other side, a bunch of sandbag heliports. Here's 45-degree ribs, which give the player a massive amount of angles. You can aim down below using this area right here, and you can get an effective head glitch by doing the following. Next up is going to be our crow's nest. Up here is just an effective way for you guys to snipe people from a distance. Out this door is a little open area I created. It's kind of like a balcony, but a little more open. This is kind of intended for the people who don't always like to be hiding behind like a window or something. Anyways guys, that's pretty much it for the base tour, so let's show you how to build it. To start the base build off, place 1 triangle at about eye level and then place 2 more off of that 1 triangle. Remove the 1 like so and then upgrade the 2 to stone. Place a doorway in the appropriate area and then walls on the rest. Upgrade everything to stone and then place yourself in a roof. Place a wood or sheet metal door on the doorway, depending on what you have at the time, and then place a furnace and a cupboard in the corner. Now begin cooking yourself up some metal frags. You should be able to fit a large chest in here, so if you want some storage, do so. If you still have a wood door and a normal lock, unlock the lock, remove the lock, and then remove the door and replace everything with a sheet metal door and a code lock. Placing your foundation is going to be quite tricky if you're starting from the starter. To start it off, place a triangle right to the left of your doorway, and then place a square on top of that. From the newly placed square, place another triangle, and then from that newly placed triangle, place another square. From that square, add an additional 2 triangles and upgrade them to sheet metal. From a bird's eye view, your foundation should look along the lines of something like this. From the 2 newly placed triangles, place 4 more to make a complete circle. Then do the same thing to the other side. And your foundation should look like this. From one of the circles, place a square and another square on the other side. Then place a triangle to fill in this little gap right here. And here's the complete foundation plan. Now we're going to work on our walling. Place a doorway right there, and then fill in the rest with walls. Upgrade everything to stone. Place a sheet metal door and a code lock on the newly placed doorway, and then place all the walls for the second floor. This step is very important, so I want you all to pay attention. Place stairs so you can get on top of your cupboard location, and then place walls all the way around your double layer. Notice how it kind of takes the shape of a square, turn around, place a wall, and then a roof on top of that. Then upgrade the wall to stone and the roof to sheet metal. The reason why we do this is because if you don't, and you begin working on your honeycomb, you won't be able to place that roof there. Now we can work on our honeycomb. Place in the doorways first, and make sure you make a doorway to your cupboard and to the ladder hatch room. Then just fill in the rest with walls. In your ladder hatch room, place a single door right there, and then place anything you'd like inside this one triangle room. Then turn around, place a large box on one of the sides, and then hop on top of the box, place a floor frame and a ladder hatch on top. So before you do your flooring, make sure you leave room for your fireman chute, otherwise you won't have one, which will kinda suck. Then just begin working on your sheet metal flooring. We use sheet metal because sheet metal is harder to pick than stone. From your ladder hatch, place a door frame to the left and a window frame to the right. Once upgraded to stone, do it for the opposite side. Once you're done with that, head over to these triangles over here, place 2 low walls on the sides, and then a window frame in the middle. Place a door frame on this square and then a normal wall to the right. Now just do everything to the opposite side. Once done, place a door frame above your fireman chute and 2 walls around it. And then cover this pod right here with just normal walls and a doorway. Then add double door frames to finish it off. Then just begin working on your interior, such as your sleeping bags, sandbags, and other things like that. I'm going to speed through this part, so if you guys want to see anything specific, slow down the video with the gear icon at the bottom right, or comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. Once you're done with your interior, place a floor frame right there, and then upgrade to sheet metal, and then place a ladder hatch, and then begin working on your sheet metal flooring. Once again, leave room for your fireman's chute. Start off your 4th floor by walling off the perimeter, then upgrade everything to stone. Place a double door frame in front of the ladder hatch, upgrade it to stone, and then place it on the remaining square locations. Then just completely cover the pods. Now we're going to work on our loot rooms. Place a U-shaped stairs so you can get yourself a little platform, and then place a 45-degree roof facing away from the base. Upgrade that to stone. Hop up on the wall, place a triangle platform right there, and then another triangle like so. Upgrade the triangle to sheet metal, and then place whatever you want on top. You can actually fit 2 chests up here, but I'm going to fit 1 and a campfire. Jump to the other side, place a wall, upgrade it to stone, and then place a pair of salvage shelves and place 4 chests inside it. Then do this for the remaining sides. For your ladder hatch room, it's going to be a little bit different because obviously you can't put salvage shelves over a ladder hatch, so start off by placing a normal sheet metal triangle like so, wall right next to it, then do your best to fit 2 chests. Make sure they're as close to the wall as possible. Then just fill in the interior for the rest of the 4th floor. Pretty easy, I'm going to speed through this. Then begin working on your sheet metal floor. It's kind of just like the other ones except for the ladder hatches in the center now. Then for your 5th floor, just put a bunch of wall frames down around the center just to keep stability going. Notice how we got like a little 1x1 out of wall frames, and then once you're done with that, add 2 more wall frames like so to keep stability once again going. Test and see if you can put some floor tiles down. If you can't, you might need to add more wall frames, and then hop down, place a few low walls, and upgrade them to stone. Then do everything you just did to the opposite side. Then just work on your crow's nest and add in the 45-degree sandbags. Basically, all you gotta do is just build out and then place a sandbag on top of the low wall. And for your final step, all you gotta do is just chop down the cupboard on the 1st floor, place it on the 3rd floor, and then place it back on the 1st floor. This is a method of stacked cupboards, and it works in vanilla. Anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and peace.